If you're thinking of making Charleston or the greater Charleston area your new home, then this video is for you. I've put together a map video for you today. We're gonna go through the different counties. We're gonna look at some of the top neighborhoods, their price points. We're gonna go through some traffic areas, things to do such as parks, restaurants, top schools, top private schools. All of this information for you guys is in this video, so let's get right into it. First, I'd like to just showcase how this map works. It's located in the link down below. You can mess around with it because I am going to go through it. But we've got the counties over here. Let's say you want to move into a specific neighborhood. I've got top neighborhoods picked out here for you. These are the most common neighborhoods that when buyers call me up and they ask me about the areas, these are typically the neighborhoods that people are moving to. So let's say you want to buy into one of these top neighborhoods or learn a little bit more about these top neighborhoods, and you want to be near a top public school that also is near, let's say, a golf course, okay? This is how the map is set up. So you might want to be looking at, say, this neighborhood right here, Pine Forest Country Club, which is right next to a golf course, and there's a top-rated public school nearby. That is exactly how this map is laid out. We break it down from public schools. We have recreation, everything else too. Boat ramps. I put boat ramps in here for you guys. So, and hiking areas. That's the purpose of this map. It's really for you to be able to mess around with it and just get a better feel for what Charleston and the greater Charleston area has to offer. So this is a list of all the counties, okay? We have Charleston County down here. In Charleston County, we have Edisto down over here. It extends all the way up into McClellanville. In between, we have Mount Pleasant. We have Isle of Palms and Sullivan's Island. We have downtown North Charleston over in this area. We have West Ashley over in this area. We have Johns Island, we have James Island over in Charleston County. That is Charleston County. This is where all of the beaches are. So if you're going to be moving here and you're going to want to live near a beach, Charleston County is where you're going to have that access. This is Dorchester County. Dorchester County is a little bit more suburban. There are great schools up in that area. There are some areas in Dorchester County like Ridgeville and Harleyville and St. George where we start getting really kind of country out here. Maybe you don't have a lot of hospitals nearby. Your food shopping might be at Dollar General stores and things like that in some of these areas. Not necessarily Ridgeville, but if you're going to buy out in the country area, for sure, you're not seeing a lot out there. You also have Summerville over in this Dorchester County as well. And you have areas like Ladson and North Charleston down over here too. Now in Berkeley County, we have a lot of outdoor recreation happening because Berkeley County encompasses, the Francis Marion National Forest over here. So there's tons of hiking in here. There's kayak things to do all in this area. Berkeley County is great for that. But Berkeley County houses Summerville, okay? It houses the Volvo plant up here, which if you're moving here, the Volvo plant is up in Berkeley County. It has Monk's Corner, Bono, some of the lakes here as well. That's pretty much Berkeley County. We have Hughie down over here, Wando, Daniel Island down over in this area. If I can draw, I'll just showcase that real quick. Here's Daniel Island down here. So that's Berkeley County. Those are the three counties in Charleston. In the area of Charleston. I mean, you could be living over here in Summerville and Dorchester County and really only be about a 25 to 30 minute drive without traffic into downtown Charleston. So what I'd like to show you really quick are some of the top neighborhoods here. And again, you guys can play around with this map and look at it all you want. So next and over here, we have Wasamasa Plantation, beautiful gated community, large lots up in this area. I've sold a house in there. Every house has maybe like 1 to 2 acres. That's considered huge here in the Charleston area. Many of these new homes have 0.1 acre lots. A lot of the homes that were built maybe in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, that type of thing that are in other subdivisions are going to have maybe 0.25, 0.3, something like that. That's a large lot in the Charleston area. Having 1 acre or 2 acres, pretty much unheard of, or it's going to cost you a lot of money, or you're going to have to live way out in this area to find it. Moving over into Dorchester County, Pine Forest Country Club, the Ponds, new construction, great community. There's a lot of new construction going on there. Summers Corner, super hot new construction. Summers Corner, tons of homes. And I'll show you, we'll break out the MLS here in a second. And I'll outline where the new construction is because we're kind of hitting on it. Legend Oaks, very nice established community clubhouse, swimming pool over there. And then we have, Ashboro East, Westcott, Coosaw Creek Country Club. So this is down, here's Summerville right here. Here's the main area of downtown Summerville over here. So you can see all these subdivisions over in that area. And, we can take a look too real quick what's around it, for recreation and lifestyle. We have some hiking over here. We got the Ashley River Park. We have the Gibbon Ferry State Park. We have a historic site in Colonial Dorchester. And then we even have a boat ramp down here. So if you want to drop in a boat, you can drop in a boat and go all the way down out to the harbor. And because we were just focusing on that area of, Dorchester and Berkeley County up north and some of those subdivisions where there's a lot of new construction, let's talk about that. Let's talk about new construction. We're going to search for homes that have a 2024 minimum build, right? So they were built in 24 or north of that. Look at all of the properties here. So we can see scattered homes down on Johns Island, but a majority of the homes are going to be up in this area here. There's a big string of homes, this whole line of new construction communities, because watch what happens. That's where a lot of people are going. Let's say you have a maximum price point or budget of, say, $600,000 and you want a new house. Where does that go? Starts moving up north. There's some here in North Charleston. There's a ton of homes up here. Let's say your budget is $500,000. Where are you going to go? Not on Johns, not on James, hardly anywhere. You're going up in this area. If you've got a budget of, say, $400,000, where are we going? Right? We're really going up north. All of these areas, so Dorchester, Berkeley County, this whole string over here. This is land of the new construction up in here. So those communities that we talked about, Nexton, Cane Bay, Summers Corner, and the Ponds. So you've got these two areas over here. A lot of new construction going on, but they're great places to live. But that's where a lot of the buyers that have maybe a $400,000 or $500,000 budget price point are going in those areas. Moving down into southern Berkeley County, Barrister Creek Landing, these beautiful spots. I mean, I can't go through every single subdivision for you. There's plenty out here. These are just the hot areas that people are moving to. Point Hope, a lot of new homes over here. Price points could be anywhere from $7 to million plus in these areas. I had clients move over to Wando Village. They bought 2,800 square feet, brand new elevated property. It was $1.1 million. That's the price point over in this area because you start getting so close to Mount Pleasant and Daniel Island and downtown Charleston. Price points are very expensive over here. On the southern side of Daniel Island area, we have Mount Pleasant area, Park West, Rivertown, Dunes West. These are super hot and desirable, like family type subdivisions, right? A lot of families moving in here. A lot of people love that for the kids, and I'm going to include Carolina Park over here too. These are great areas. Why is that? Get some top rated public schools that the kids are going to, like Lucy Beckham High School and also Wando High. So people move into that area for those reasons for schools. Also, there's plenty of things to do. Recreational lifestyle. You've got boat landings, you've got hiking, you've got access to the beach. No real surprise there. And then moving over to James Island area, Stiles Point Plantation. Stiles Point is a beautiful spot. Homes are really 900,000 and up. You could find $3, $4, $5 million homes here, especially those homes along the water. Fort Johnson Estates, great spot. Lawton Bluff. This is a very sort of well-established neighborhood. A lot of families are moving into that neighborhood, but your budget is going to have to be around $850,000 to get in there. And Villages at Stiles Point, these are all brand new construction, brand new from 2019, 2020. The homes, often 3,000 square feet. They're going for about 1.3, 1.2 million to live in this area. Why is it so much? Well, because you're 8 minutes to downtown Charleston here, and you are about 10 to 15 minutes to Folly Beach, right? So that area in James Island is very popular. Moving out over onto Johns Island, Stono View, great subdivision, elevated homes, access to deep water with a deep water dock. Whitney Lake, St. John's Lake, and Sea Island Preserve, relatively similar subdivisions. St. John's Lake, I just had a client pull in here, or purchase over here. Brand new construction, was about 1,900 square feet. It was $615,000 for that. But you're getting a beautiful pool, you have a beautiful lake, and it's Johns Island. A lot of people like living out on Johns Island. People want a little bit more quiet, they kind of move out here, but the traffic can be terrible. Now, that is probably a good transition for us to take a look at some traffic areas, because I want to pull that up for you and show you. So here are the different roads and the commutes here in the area. Let's move away from this map real quick. Let's start up back up north where we were before. So here's the Nexton Parkway. So the Nexton Parkway is running from this area here. So we've got this whole parkway is the Nexton Parkway. You have a ton of people commuting up 26 after work and going up into Nexton and Cane Bay too. Cane Bay is up over here. So you've got Cane Bay Parkway that also connects and goes up into Cane Bay. So many people going up here. There is so much traffic over here. It can take you 20 to 25 minutes just to get into your house once you're off the highway if you live in this area. So commute times could be pretty harsh over there. We have 26 over here. Lincolnville Road, just going through a couple roads here, guys. This is a cut through, a main cut through from Summerville leading down to Ladson. And while we're on the roads here, let's pull up the neighborhoods as well so you can see where some of these main roads and traffic points are, okay? So what do we have over here in Pine Forest Country Club? Well, not a lot of traffic, right? You're a little bit farther out, not a lot of main roads, not a lot of people driving around here. If we move down into areas such as Ashboro East, if we're in, if we're over in Westcott Plantation, what we start to see here is we start to see a lot of traffic. Ashley Phosphate, we have Dorchester Road. So you've got people that are commuting in the morning from Westcott Plantation. This is the only way really to get there. You're either going up Patriot Boulevard and down Palmetto Commerce and around, it's going to be traffic. Or you're coming down Dorchester Road and you're going across Ashley Phosphate. All of these roads here are very heavy trafficked in the morning to go south for people to work. Same thing when you're coming back home, when you're coming up the highway on 26, it starts getting really tight. It starts getting really bad right around here, the 526 interchange. It starts getting very bad once you get up to the Northwoods Mall area and this area here. Why is that? Well, we were just in it. We were just looking at this road here, Ashley Phosphate, and it is just a super high trafficked area. So if you're moving into these areas like Coosaw Creek, utilize this map to figure out where the traffic is going to be. If you're living in Westcott, just be aware that yes, you're going to live in a golf community. You're going to be near maybe some top-rated public schools, but you're going to deal with a ton of traffic. Same thing over in this area in Goose Creek. You've got Route 52. This turns into Rivers Ave, okay? Rivers Ave gets very, very backed up with people because a lot of people might be coming up from 26 and let's say they're going up to where they live in Monk's Corner or something. Well, they got to come up 52 here. They got to come all the way up 52 to get into the Monk's Corner area. And the only way to get to 52, you're coming up the highway, you're going to get off one of these roads over here. You might be getting off over at Ashley Phosphate, and then you're getting onto 52 and coming up, or you're coming all the way up over here, getting onto 52 and coming up. But there's so many people that are coming up from the peninsula and driving this road. It really gets backed up. Same thing that is happening over here on 526. So if you're coming down the morning and you're going to, say, West Ashley, this is the access for 526 to go into West Ashley. A lot of these roads, like 61, very backed up, traffic coming in. There's schools all over here, tons of traffic. You're coming over to 17 going south, a lot of traffic. We spoke about Johns Island's traffic before, coming up the main road here to 17, tons of traffic. There's only two ways off of Johns, that road, and almost everyone is going up here. Why? Well, we have so many of the top subdivisions, new construction going on over here. The only way out is pretty much right here. But that's everyone. Everyone's only way out is right there. So please, when you look at this map, keep in mind some of these areas, they're going to be filled with traffic, even though they might be in great locations. That's what the point, of these little traffic pins are for you. Harborview Road is, fairly backed up with traffic on James Island in the morning as well. This area is a Stiles Point coming up here, good amount of traffic. Folly Road coming up here to get on to the 17 over here, or people cut across and go on the James Island connector to go through town like this. Good amount of traffic, decent amount of traffic in the morning there. Honestly, your best bet, if you're working up in this area and you want to be close to the beach, you're not going to see a lot of traffic going up 26 in the morning. In the morning, 526 is okay. It's a little trafficy, but up 26, once you get up here, it's fine. The traffic in the morning is all coming down south. Everyone's coming down and gets backed up. So keep that in mind. You could live close to the beach and work up here, and your commute won't be too bad. Same thing in the afternoon coming through. You're not going to have too many issues. What other layers can we pick apart right now? Do you guys want to see some? Well, we spoke about Stono View. Let me pull up Stono View in the market monitor real quick for you. And we'll go up north to Nexton. Actually, we spoke about Nexton first. Let's look at Nexton in the market monitor. So I'm going to pull up Nexton here. And what I want to showcase you guys are, the average median sales price. Median sales price right now in Nexton looks like it dipped to $395. Probably a lot of the smaller new construction. We were averaging 522. We had that dip there. These are all, new construction types. You can see 415, previously owned homes, 360. So the previously owned homes took a dip here. The new construction is holding a little bit higher. So if we look at all the residential single family property types here, traditional sales, we're looking at an average price point right now in Nexton of $543,000, which is probably fairly accurate. Now, if you want a smaller house, it's going to be it might be a little less, 547, not much. 525 for these 2,000 square foot homes, but you can kind of get a feel for where Nexton is right now, low fives, mid fives. Going back to the map, we did talk about a few, the ponds, and we talked about Summers Corner. Let's pull up Summers Corner really quick. So Summers Corner is, there it is. Summers Corner subdivision, single family homes. Let's look at all sizes, all sales, right? Summers Corner, $383,000. If we're looking at 15,000 to 2,000 square feet, or 1,500 to 2,000, 357, 385, 2,500 square feet or more, 467,000. So if you were going to buy a new construction house, you could live over in this area here, in Summers Corner, right here, and pay $375,000 for that house versus going to Nexton and paying $500,000. So it's an option. Why are you paying a little bit less? Well, you don't necessarily have the amenities that Nexton does have to offer. In Nexton, you can ride your golf cart to go food shopping. You can go eat in beautiful restaurants. As you can see here, if we pull up our my little John's picks here for you guys, in Nexton, there's all types of little places over here. Down here, Vicious Biscuit. There's all types of places to eat down in this area, and you can take this road, the Nexton Parkway. You can go home and come down here and go into these little areas over here. So you've got Vicious Biscuit, you have Hall's Chop House, Pugin, Southern Porch, all these areas for you guys to do that. Can't really do that in Summers Corner. Now, they are building things to do out in Summers Corner. They are developing a huge pool. This is a resort style pool, and they're building commercial spaces out there. So you will be able to do that in the future. You just can't do it yet. So a pretty decent buy might be looking at Summers Corner right now, if you can't necessarily afford Nexton, because in a few years, it'll probably get up to Nexton levels. I'd like to talk really briefly about some of the public schools and private schools in the area. Anything you see in yellow is a private school. Anything you see in red here is a public school. These are just some of the top rated schools. It's not every school. If you want your children, if you have kids, you want them to go to private school, you can see a majority of the private schools that are highly rated are down in Charleston County, right? If we go scroll back into our tri-county map, we can see what county they're in. They're pretty much all in Charleston County. We've got one over here in Berkeley, one over here in Dorchester County. That's for private schools. For public schools, you have a fair amount up here in the DD2, Dorchester District 2 School District. That's going to be obviously Dorchester County, but you do have some fine public schools up here, Cane Bay, and you've got other public schools like Stratford High. There's a great school down here, and that's in Berkeley County. But if you're looking for areas, DD2 is probably the best, and then all of your private schools are going to be in this area over here. A lot of people love this school, also Orange Grove Elementary, this charter school. People can't wait to get into the school if they're moving into the area. So this is a great school to research a little bit about. If you want information, obviously you can reach out. You can go to the link here, but you can reach out and ask me about it. You have to be living in certain spots really to kind of get preference to get in there, but it's not required. But then you have a couple other great schools like Lucy Beckham we spoke about, and then Wando High. Downtown, and you've got three private schools downtown here. Porter God, one of the best private schools in the area. So that's going to just showcase you guys where some of the private schools are here. I also included in the map some of the hospitals here, and you can see, this is just a med urgent care. You can click around and kind of figure out, all right, where are the actual hospitals? We got doctor's care. Oh, here's Summerville Medical Center. Okay, so Summerville Medical Center is over here. We've got, Trident Medical Center. Where is MUSC, Medical University of South Carolina? So if you're looking for, to live near a large hospital, you use this map to figure out where the hospital is, then plug and play the subdivisions, and then you can plug and play what's around it. If you want to be near a golf course or hiking or something like that, add in that other layer to the map, and that will help guide you. I wanted to include a list of grocery stores because if you're moving here from a different part of the country, you might not have Harris Teeter's. And Harris Teeter is one of the most common grocery stores you're going to find here in the area. But I put this down here to showcase that we have a lot of Publix and a lot of Harris Teeter's and a lot of Food Lions. We do have Piggly Wiggly's here, and we have Lowe's Foods, but this is why I really included it. Lowe's Foods is a newer store. It's sort of, higher end. It's kind of like maybe a Whole Foods or something like that. Low Foods is definitely very similar. But if you want an Aldi, here are your Aldi locations. There are 3 Aldis. That's it. If you want Trader Joe's, if you need to live near a Trader Joe's, guess where you're going to live? You're going to live in Mount Pleasant because there's only 2 of them. That's it. If you want to live near a Whole Foods, you're living somewhere in Charleston County because there's only 2. There's one in West Ashley and there's one in Mount Pleasant. If you want to live near the Costco, there's 2 of those. They're both in Charleston County. So yes, there's a ton of grocery stores that you might not even care about living next to. Okay, Harris Teeter, that's fine. Publix, fantastic. But if you need a specialty grocery store, use this map to find out where that grocery store is located. I'm including golf courses because a lot of people love golf. Now, you will see a handful of golf courses on here that you can click in and learn a little bit more. So, right, Shadow Moss is semi-private. Okay, if you want to go down to Kiowa, this is the number 4 public golf course in the U.S. It was ranked 25th amongst the 100 greatest U.S. golf courses. So it's a public course down on Kiowa. You can click through and read about these courses. A lot of these courses are public down here. It'll tell you, my little link will tell you if it's private. So membership required at the Country Club of Charleston. You can't go there. If you want to golf at Briars Creek, you must live in the community of Briars Creek. And if you want to get into the community of Briars Creek, be prepared to spend around $2.5 to $5 or $7 million to get into that gated community. On top of it, there's a wait list to even be able to basically access and get into the golf course. So knowing these golf courses and areas, yes, use the map to figure out private for Bulls Bay, highly desirable, but a private course. Use the map to find out what courses might be public. Okay, in Westcott, it is a public course. You can buy into Westcott Plantation. You can have that golf course there. But also, since we've got golf courses pulled up, right, pull up the neighborhoods and you can see where the golf course neighborhoods are. So the Hamlets, subdivision within Crowfield, or Crowfield Plantation has access to the golf course. You have Pine Forest Country Club with the golf course. You have Legend Oak with the golf course, right? Use the map to go through and help guide you guys on where you want to live. And I can't forget to talk about the beaches and some local areas that I would recommend you check out when you make the move here. So let's start with some of these beaches here. You do have Beachwalker Park and Beach down in Kiowa. You can access that. It is the only public beach down in this area. So if you're living on Johns Island, you're coming down here, you're going to have to go to Beachwalker. You have Folly Beach over here. So this is the Folly Beach Pier. Parking can range from $40 to $50. You can park for free on the side streets if you're completely off the road and you're on the grass. Sometimes you can find spots, sometimes you can't at all. What I recommend people do is buy into the county park, buy a parks pass. It's like $75 for the year if you're, or $65 for the year if you are a resident in the counties here, and you can access the Folly Beach County Park whenever you'd like. It's a great area. They've got showers, they've got bathrooms, they've got food there. There's a beautiful new clubhouse there for people to utilize, and also you can find shark's teeth along the beach down here. And I'll show you. So if you hike down to this area over here, you can find a ton of shark's teeth right along in there. So if you're looking for shark's teeth, definitely check that beach out. Let's continue on really quick. So, Station 18 beach, but here's the thing with Sullivan Island and these beaches down here, right? Like Isle of Palms. There are so many beach access points. So your friends might be like, hey, I'm over at Isle of Palms. We're at Station 29. You're going to have to understand what that means. You're going to have to come over to Station 29, walk down the walkway, and go out to the beach. But they're beautiful beaches. There's a lot to do around here. You can go over after you go to the beach and go watch some live music at the Windjammer, an outdoor music venue. There's an indoor section, but a majority of it, there's the outdoor back. There's sand out back, and it overlooks the water. It's a fantastic spot. But those are pretty much your beaches here in the area. You have a handful of them to go check out. But click through the map, guys. There's so many great restaurants that I recommend you guys check out. Shem Creek in general. This is down in Mount Pleasant. There's just a ton of information for you. James Island, there's a few spots that I love. So if you start to become a local and move down here, these are some of the local spots I'd recommend you check out. Wisconsin Meat and Cheese, Ellis Creek Fish Camp, Odyssey Bottle Shop. Just a lot of great stuff. We have a Top Golf here in the area. So anything for you guys, North Charleston Coliseum, the sports, hockey, there's concerts over in this area too. Ton of information for you. Don't forget, we also have the Charleston River Dogs. It is a single A minor league baseball team. Fantastic family fun. And you can go there too with friends. They do like Thursdays, like dollar Budweiser night or something like that. So it gets a little crazy over there in some of the days of the week, but it's a great area, and there's a ton of stuff for you to do in here in Charleston if you decide to move here. I hope this map video was informative for you. Plug and play the different layers here and figure out what area might work for you or what area might not work for you. And in the meantime, too, if you have questions, feel free to give me a text, phone call, or send me an email at any point. I'd love to be your real estate resource in the Charleston area.